The U.S. Justice Department, a couple of weeks ago, reached a settlement with the Boeing Aircraft Corporation about the two plane crashes. You remember the 737 MAX planes that crashed, killing 346 people in 2019. So it took over a year to reach a settlement. And in the settlement, the Boeing Corporation paid the government a penalty of $2.5 billion. And part of the settlement was the agreement of Boeing to the following: that Boeing lied to the United States government and put profit before candor. This is a very nice way of saying that they are paying a penalty because they lied to try to cover over. This is a criminal case that was settled. There's still civil cases in which the families of the dead are going to be able to sue Boeing to recover the costs. Now, $2.5 billion for the corporation isn't all that much, given the size of that corporation. The civil penalties will add. But here comes the real killer, if I may be allowed the tasteless metaphor. A few days ago, another Boeing 737 crashed, this time in Indonesia. It wasn't a 737 MAX, but it was another one of those airplanes in that series. And we're hearing from Boeing once again, oh, it was this. This is the company that paid $2.5 billion for lying systematically about its other crashes. Are we really supposed to believe them now? You don't allow a person's testimony to mean much in a trial if they've admitted to lying in the past. Many lawyers wouldn't even put a person like that on the stand because they've admitted to lying. They're not reliable. What are we doing here? Allowing this company to continue to produce most of the airlines all of us use, to visit our families, to do our business. There is no excuse for this. And there is a systemic dimension here. Boeing puts profits first. That's what they're there for. That's what their executives are paid to do. Yes, of course, in their public relations, safety is our most important concern. But you and I both know profit is what determines their career. If the profit goes up, so does their career. And if the profit doesn't, they can kiss their career goodbye, and their income, and their privileges, and their perks, and all the rest. It is insane to say that people's safety comes after the profits. The company is owned basically by a relatively small number of shareholders. They're the ones who get the profit. Millions of people use those airplanes. What's more important, the safety of those millions or the profits of the relatively few? Just to remind you, 10% of Americans own 85% of all shares. So we're not talking about you and me. We're talking about a very small minority